I travelled to India on a short-term mobility scheme. It's called the Reimagining India project. It's run by CQ University as part of a consortium of 12 universities. So we had 20 students from across 12 different universities in Australia, and we got to spend 16 days in India. We spent a week in Mumbai and a week in Delhi. And for me, it really broke down barriers of preconceived ideas I had about India. One of my biggest memories was walking through a slum in India of 1 million people and thinking how cramped and dirty it was, but then smelling the most amazing smells of their cuisine and perfumes and just falling in love with where I was. The new Colombo plan that's run by the Australian government paid for my trip while I was in India, and then I used the Australian government's OS help loan, which is overseas help loan that you can borrow as part of your HECS debt, so to pay for everything else, my visa, my spending money, my flights. So I wasn't out of pocket a single cent. I was a single dad with 4 children at the time, and I just completely thought, this isn't for me, I can't do this. And then the opportunity came up to spend just 2 weeks in India, and I thought, this is for me and other mature age students. My children could manage me being away for 2 weeks. I was in constant communication with home every day while I was in India. We'd be on travelling from one appointment to another meeting, and I'd just sit on the back seat of the bus and phone home and speak to my kids, so it really made them feel like they were there. I always felt safe while travelling, even though India has such a huge population, and the 2 towns, Mumbai and Delhi, that we stayed in, both have populations bigger than Australia. The plurality over there of everyone just getting along was marvellous. You could talk to people on the street. I went and got myself lost one day and played cricket with some street kids, and it was amazing. We felt comfortable the whole time. The Bureau of Statistics states that 1 in 3 Australians is currently born overseas, and 2 of the biggest populations living in Australia are India and China, which each make up 2% of our total population. So I know when I do become a teacher, I'm going to be teaching a multicultural classroom. So to be able to go over to India and experience their culture and have respect for that and learn about it was huge. We got to go and have lunch one day at a cafe run by acid attack victims, women that have been disfigured, then outcasts in society, and they have banded together and run a cafe, and there's no set prices on the menu. Whatever you think the food's worth is what you pay. And at the time thinking about what their life experiences must have been, I had one of them come up to me and tell me that they thought I was beautiful, and that has really just stuck with me with what their life experience had been to that point. Just do it. Don't think about it, just get on board, apply and go. I really thought it would be something hard to do when I first applied, but there's so many people both at CQ University and partner organisations that just want to help you get there, and with the overseas help loan and the new Colombo plan scholarships, it's just really easy to, much easier than I ever thought it would be.